All right, what is up, everybody? So, Shadow Scout 0013 here, reporting in. I'm super excited to go ahead and announce that there are Super Commandos out. Obviously, they came out yesterday. A lot of people have talked about it and revealed about them. And maybe we can just kind of go over a little bit about them and how just fantastic they are, but extremely expensive, in my opinion. But I mean, we'll see. They'll be worth it, depending on how you want to stack them and other stuff like that. But if you haven't already, go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment below with what you are expecting to do with these guys, what you maybe want to do with these guys, some kind of theories on how you want to build them, how you would do it, close range, long range, kind of, how you feel like you want to run these guys. But all right, let's go ahead and get started. So the Mandalorian Super Commandos, freaking fantastic. There's only 3 of them that come in a unit, and it's specifically for Darth Maul. There's no other basically faction that you can put them with. They're just going to pretty much be here alone by themselves with Maul in a Shadow Collective, basically, is what I mean. They're your special forces, and then they all have 1 health, 2 courage with a red dice. They're only surging to defense, so they've got the Mandalorian armor style. It's really good armor. Their attack power, they don't have the surge, but that's really the only thing that they're missing because at range 1 to 3, they're going to have 2 dice, which is fantastic. I don't know if there's a lot of other units that have like just on the card itself 2 that come out at range 3 for just, I'm trying to think. Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure, because even all the Empire stuff that I see is just 1 black dice usually for a ranged attack at range 3 or so. So this is really cool. And then range 1 to 2, they're going to be shooting 2 black dice, which is, I feel like, pretty common for their blasters, and then 2 black dice for melee. Now with the keywords, they're going to have jump 2. So their jetpack rockets, or their jetpacks, are basically going to be able to get them up to higher terrain and then shoot down, which is really cool. And you can get them into cover. And then if you give them an order, they're going to get a dodge from defend 1. So if you want to give them an order, they gain a dodge, and then maybe you move into, high terrain, giving you that heavy cover and a dodge, and then you shoot down. And then, maybe with the comms, the emergency transponder that we're going to go over, we'll give them another aim or a dodge, which will kind of continue to make them more flexible and move a lot and shoot a lot with some pretty good precision. Impervious, obviously, I feel like every Mandalorian or every Mando basically has impervious. And then independent. So it's one of the new keywords for the mercenary units, and it's at the start of the activation phase. If you do not have an order token given out basically from a command card, you're going to gain an aim. So that's cool. So basically, you can either choose to give them an order token and get a dodge, or you can choose to ignore giving them an order token and give them an aim. You get to kind of choose how you want to use them, and that's pretty awesome in my opinion. They're going to have a training slot. We'll kind of go over some stuff. They're going to have a comm slot, gear slot, grenade slot. And since they're going to be kind of close, you could give them, the frag grenades to give them that, surge to crit at range 1. But then you're getting really close, and then it's just up to you how you want to use them. Because I mean, with Rook and with the Gunslinger, you're going to be able to get pretty close, and then they're pretty deadly at close range. I just feel like you might be losing some dice in that manner, even though you're trying to gain surge crit and some red dice. Yeah, we'll see. And with as many aim tokens as you're getting, or possibly getting, then I don't feel like you're going to need, the frag grenades. And then they also have a weapon choice, which is basically their Super Commando jetpack rockets. So we're getting 2 new cards for them specifically. The Super Commando Combat Shields, which gives them shielded 2. So they're going to gain 2 shield tokens. And then Super Commando Jetpack Rockets, where they're going to gain a red dice for each mini, where they can shoot it at range 4. It's going to have blast, so it's going to ignore some of the vehicles that have cover in there, as a keyword. It's going to have critical, which is automatically going to get those crits through before the dodge and cover step. And then impact, after the dodge and cover step, you can change 1 hit result to a crit result. So They're going to be cool, but you're really only going to have a max of 4 rockets, which I mean isn't bad, especially at range 4 for impact 4, critical 4. Yeah, the and it just just depends on how you want to use them. The long range Mandos, you might be able to put this on them and then keep that range 1 to 3 with the marksman, and then just shoot a rainbow and then 4 other black and 4 other white dice. Keep them in the back, and then maybe give the shield to your Mandos that are going in the front. There's a few different ways that we, can go over this, and I'll kind of talk some more about it. Emergency transponder. So it's one of the new comm slots, and as Krabok said too, it's going to be probably the best comms in there. I mean, obviously you have HQ uplink, but for the most part, there's not a lot of units that are going to be taking HQ uplink because it's so expensive and you can't really have a lot. So this is really, there's no other competitive comms stuff. I mean, you have comms relay and you have comms jammer, which work, especially in those situations. So those are good to have. But if you want a really cheap option, especially that can go on special forces units that aren't going to be close, where comms jammer is not really going to work, or hacked comms units not really going to work, this would be great because when you activate, if you were activated with an order token from the order pool, so if you were not from the command card given an order token, then you have to pull, you can either gain an aim, either gain a dodge, or remove a suppression token. So one of those 3, basically. And so if we were to kind of go with this card and put it on the Mandos, let's just say, okay, and then, well, I'll talk about that in a second. So this is going to be great, especially on like, Death Troopers. This is going to be absolutely fantastic on the Inferno Squad or the IS, the Imperial Special Forces, basically, because they need that aim for dice fixing. So, I mean, that's awesome. And you can also give it to Aiden on her ID droid, basically give her that free aim, which she could also use in a time of need of, trying to dice fix as well. So I think that, I mean, I'm an Empire player, so I think mostly Empire. And so this is going to be fantastic. Even on, other units that can have that slot. You could also, if you were, when you put a comms person on shores or vets, basically, they're going to have that target 1 or aim 1. So when you give them an order token, they're going to be able to get that aim, but you wouldn't be able to use this. And then on a turn, maybe they don't have it and they're trying to recover, you can give them that dodge. But yeah, I don't know. That's just if you want it on a core unit, but that doesn't, whatever. But here are the heavy upgrades. They're expensive as well. You're already looking at like 110 points if you put her on there. So, geez, or 105 points if you put the, marksman or the gunslinger. And yeah, the gunslinger. Why doesn't it have gunslinger keyword? That like what? That'd be awesome. Oh well. All right, so we have our Mando Super Commando. Awesome. Cash Surge 2. So during the setup, place 2 Surge tokens on this card that you can spend on any. You can spend the tokens on this card at any point in time, even if the mini is defeated, for 24 points. I'd rather give myself either 6 or 9. Let's see, wait, 6 or 11 extra points for Rook or the other guys. So with the gunslinger, you're shooting 2 black, 2 white, on top of the extra 2 black that every Mando is shooting. So you have 2, 4, 6, and then 8 black dice, 2 extra white dice, so 10 dice that you're shooting at range 2, lethal 1. And so, okay, so say that they have the independent aim, so you don't give them an order token, okay? And then with ploy or the aggression, if you don't give them an order token, basically so say that we give them aggression, we lay it down, and you were to nominate some sort of mercenary unit, and you're in the Shadow Collective. When issuing this card, you can issue up to 2 fewer orders, and then for each order not issued, you can choose a different friendly mercenary unit at range 1 to 3, and then each of those units gain an aim. So you don't give an aim to the Mandos, or you don't give an order to the Mandos. They're going to get aim 1. Say that you gave them the emergency transponder. they're going to get another aim. And then if you didn't give out any order tokens, you decided to give out an aim, that's a third aim that you're giving Super Commandos without even taking an aim. So you're stacking aims like crazy on these guys in at least one of these turns. And at range 1 to 2, you're going to definitely have an aim for Pierce. And then you have 2 more aims to kind of re-roll and try to get some hits. And it's like a 50-50 chance of getting a hit, I think, without the surge on black dice. So moving on to the Super Commando Marksman, it's range 1 to 3. So this is, I think, one of my favorites besides Rook. This is probably going to be one of the ones I take a lot because of precise. And at range 1 to 3, each little Mando mini is going to have a black and a white. So now you're going to be shooting basically 4 black, 4 white, and then 1 red. So 9 dice at range 1 to 3 every time without recovering or anything, without having all that stuff. So that's pretty awesome. And then having precise 1, so you can re-roll 3 dice instead of 2. Maybe instead of the and I thought about this when it came out. I was like, wow, well, I mean, what if you were to put targeting scope to make it precise 2 and re-roll 4 dice, because you don't have surge and you have at least one of those white dice, or no, you have 4 white dice that you're trying to roll at range 3 without surge. So you're really going to need those extra re-rolls just in case. Never hurts. And then Rook cast. So this is going to be awesome because she has retinue herself. So at the start of the activation phase, so basically after you've laid down your command cards, if you're at range 1 to 2 of Maul, you're going to gain an aim or a dodge. And then this becomes your leader. And she's going to have 2 red, 2 white at range 1 to 2. So you'd be shooting, 2 red, 6 black, and then 2 white. So 10 dice again. A little bit better than the gunslinger, and it's only 5 more points and extra health. And you would get another aim. So if you had, again, used aggression with the Mandos and you had Rook cast on them, so you don't give them an order. So independent 1, they get an aim. Independent aim 1, they get an aim. They don't get an order token from the command card, so you can give out another aim. And then maybe you had the emergency transponder, you can give them another aim. And then from retinue, you gain a 4th aim. And if you're at range 1 to 2, those 4 aims with 10 dice, that's going to be insane. You're rolling a ton of dice consistently with tons of aims, and or dodge. Hey, with the 3 pip deception or discretion, I should say. Sorry. If you don't nominate anyone and you choose not to give out those order tokens, you can, choose friendly mercenary units at range 1 to 3 and then give them a dodge. So if you wanted to, it's not like you have to use that emergency transponder for an aim. You can use it for a dodge. And I think that would be fantastic. With Rook cast also getting another dodge from retinue. So that's 2 dodges possibly. And if you were to give them an order, that's 3 dodges, because maybe say that they're really, really close and they're in a really bad predicament and you need as many dodges as you can get. Give them that order, give them the dodge, get the retinue dodge, and then that's at least 2 dodges. And then maybe you had the emergency transponder, that's 3 dodges when you really need it, with red dice surging. So these guys are going to be really hard to kill. They're going to be a super amazing threat at range 2. And like I said, yeah, super hard to kill, man, with combat shields, surging to red, defense dice, and then being able to probably stack some dodges. I mean, they're going to be expensive, so you're probably not going to have a lot of them, but they're probably going to stay on the board for quite a while. I think that these are going to be fantastic. And then we haven't even seen Gar Saxon yet. And then Gar Saxon, I don't know if he's going to be a commander or an operative. He's probably going to be a commander. And he had the sniper rifle, so you're at least going to be able to do something with him. And he might work well with Maul, or he might work well with, some of the Super Commandos. It'd be awesome if there were, maybe more cards with the Super Commandos, but for a future like strike team or whatever. But yeah, no, these are awesome. I think this is gonna be cool. Let me know what you think, how you might use these. what you're most excited about. And let me know in the comments. I mean, I was looking at Tell Me the Odds, and this is with the marksman possibly just having 2 aims at the most, shooting at probably a light cover stormtrooper squad with no dodges. You know, if you were to roll, you know, you're getting at least those 2 wounds through for sure, with a required median save of 5. And that's, I think, range 1 to 3. And it gets crazier at range. So say that we had, you know, Rook and she was shooting her 2 and 2 at range 2. And then you had your 3 both shooting 2 dice. So you have your 10 dice, no surging, no precise. It's just all those aims. Say that we had the 3 aims, or possible, you know, yeah, so yeah, possible 4 aims through to a light cover stormtrooper squad. You're getting a median of 4 wounds through for sure, with a median of 8 required saves. So these guys are going to be putting some wounds through for sure, possibly taking out a naked stormtrooper unit. Imagine what it's going to do to white dice. Man, yeah. But white dice would have surging. If you're going to go after rebels, maybe, and maybe some of them have, like, maybe say 2 dodges and light cover. You roll at range that 1 to 2. You're still getting a ton of wounds through with at least 6 saves. So these guys are going to be deadly and insane, with the amount of aims that they can get and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment below. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will come out hopefully soon. We'll see what I can, one of the other lists I was coming out with, I think, was like a Yoda skirmish list, and kind of thinking about some stuff. But let me know what kind of lists you would like to see. And yeah, I'll go ahead and put those up whenever I see them. But I will catch you guys in the next video.